Morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the band gap determination using the post office box method. Here you can see, as far as the instrumental part of this experiment is concerned, here is our hot plate. So this is the heating plate. We can say the hot plate also, and in that we are having this solution. So it may be the coconut oil solution or any of the solution. Except this solution, we are having this thermostat. This is the thermostat which we are using, and this is our temperature meter. Okay, thermometer we are using to measure the temperature of the solution. Okay, and this is our post office box. So in this post office box, we will apply the we know already that Wheatstone bridge. What is that? Let me explain it also. I'll explain it a little bit later. So here we have the DC regulated power supply, so which is used here in this apparatus, and this is our galvanometer. So what exactly the Wheatstone bridge is, so let me explain you that, and then we will continue with the experiment. So everybody know about this Wheatstone bridge, what exactly it is. If we have the four resistances, mean to say, if this is our one resistance, and this is the second resistance, here is also one another resistance, and here we have one more resistance. Okay, if this is the P, and this is Q, this is R, and this is S, and in the diagonal, if we have a galvanometer, and if there is a null deflection in the galvanometer, in that case, according to the Wheatstone bridge formula, or the Wheatstone principle for the balancing of a network, so that we can write as P by Q is equals R by S. So this is the formula what we have now here. So if we have the value resistance in this resistance box, this is our P and this is our Q. So here are the rotor switch. So by rotating this switch, we can change the value of this resistance also. It may be the 10 ohm, 100 ohm, or the 1000 ohm. Okay, here we may put these two resistance value at the same value, mean to say P and Q, we can say these are. And if here we have connected the galvanometer in the diagonal. So as we will switch on the power supply, and the hot plate, heating plate also we have switch on, as the temperature will be increasing, and corresponding to that we need to check the galvanometer deflection. So you can see the deflection here, what exactly the deflection is. So it is deflected, and by keeping this resistance change, okay, we will change the value of the resistance here at this on these four knobs we can change. So we will get the particular value where the galvanometer deflection is 0. So that is the resistance that we need to find out for that. So what exactly the table we are having for this, the observation table is given as it is the temperature of the thermistor. Okay, so this is represented by T. It is equals to T plus 273. So this is the first column for our observation. Then we will note down the value of 1 by T. Okay, and then we will need to note down the value of the resistance. Okay, resistance in P. So what exactly the value of that resistance we will note down. Similarly, the resistance in Q also we can note down. Okay, then we have P, we have Q, and then we can calculate the value of this resistance R. Okay, resistance R. So R is what? R is this particular value that we will find out by having this this deflection we have in the galvanometer, and corresponding to this we are just trying to change, we will change the resistance, and corresponding to that you will have a certain value. Okay, so like this you can change, as you will change this value, and we will keep this galvanometer at 0, and corresponding value of that of this, it is having some 1000 times of the value. If it is 1, so it is 1000, then it is 100 times, so it is 1200, and then 30 in 3 into 10 it's 30, and whatsoever the value of this is, it is 4, so 1234. Like this we can observe in this galvanometer, keeping this null, so this will be the value of our R. This is R, this is P, this is Q, this is R. Okay, and if we have this R and the galvanometer deflection in the galvanometer is null, in that case this particular value of R, it is equals to like this. So we can also find out this putting in the formula. So what exactly the resistance of the thermistor is. So resistance of that thermistor, it can be written as RT, and that is equals to P by Q into R. So by keeping this formula we can calculate this value, and then we can put the value. So as we know what is the energy band gap, so here let me write it here. So the formula that we will use here, it is easy, is equals 2K 2.303 log base E RT divided by 1 by T. Okay, so this is the formula where K is equals to the Boltzmann constant. It is Boltzmann constant, and the value already everybody know about that. This already in the theory class we have discussed many times. So it's 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 joule per. So like this we can keep the value of this. And what is this RT? RT is the resistance at temperature T. Okay, so for this resistance at temperature T we are having, so we can calculate the value of this RT. If we have the RT, then we can also put this in this formula, and we can calculate the result. Like here we can keep it 2.303 log base E RT also we can calculate, and it will be in ohm. Okay, it will also be ohm. This is also in ohm, this is also in ohm, and this is also in ohm, because all they are the resistance. Okay, temperature is in Kelvin. So this is the tabular column that we need to draw, or we need to find out the values. So what exactly the value is, that also we can find out by keeping this experiment, by using this experiment. So the first observation we can take by like this, we can say now it is what. So first we will keep our resistances. So P we have put same constant. So what is the temperature in the temperature meter? It's right now it's 65. Okay, so what is it? It is 65. So we will take the observation at a variation of 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if it is 65 degrees Celsius now, so we need to convert it into the Kelvin. So we will add 273 using the Kelvin. You can make the calculations also, and here it will be the 1 by T that you can find out. So what is the resistance in the P? That we will keep it for the simplicity, we will keep it at 100 ohm, and correspondingly resistance in this Q is also it's 100 ohm. So now these two values are keeping fixed, and we need to calculate this resistance. What is the value of this resistance? So now what is their deflection is there, and we need to keep these so here you can see, I think it is visible, and you can check. Okay, so I think it's null deflection now. Okay, you can see here it is visible, I think, and if I'll keep this, it is null deflection now. Okay, so null deflection mean to say it's right now again changed. I think the temperature is changed now, so it's yeah, it's 75 now. So for this 75 uh, it is again it is changed, is regularly changing, so we need to keep this very fast. Okay, so now we can note down the value. It is 1270. Okay, 1270 for this value, 1270 at a temperature of 70, and then now it's almost up to 80. Okay, 75, so 85 we will keep at 85. Now we will observe at 85, so it's 82. So up to the 85, what will be the reading? So it let me change it again. So it is no, it's not 1000, it's 0 right now, so it's 224. It's initially it was also 270 for the previous observation. It's 0 right now, because if it is at 1, then it will be the 1000. Okay, so now again the temperature is changed, and it is up to 90 degree. So up to the 90, what will be the resistance? Then we can check. Okay, what it is now, you can see it's 200. Okay, it's 200, almost 200. So this is for the 95. It's 90. So for 90 we have this particular value. For these three observation, we take the observation for these three values, and now it's observation, it's your calculation part. So this is also 100 for this is also 100, this is also 100, this is also 100. We have taken the three observation till now, so you can take much more observations, okay, to find out the band gap, and that can be calculated by using this formula. Also you can plot a model graph. I am just trying to show you people. So it's 1 by T in it's, I think the unit will be the Kelvin inverse, and here you can keep it, it says 2.303 log RT. Okay, so if you will keep this observation, so your observation will be, the model graph will be like this, and you can take the slope here. It's dy by dx. Okay, so from the slope, what will be the slope from graph that you will plot between the observations RT? You will find out this value, you will find out, and then you will get the conclusion, mean to say the result you will get. So whatsoever the value of this dy by dx is, that you can find out. Okay, and the band gap will be, it is easy in this formula. We are plotting the graph between this value, so we can keep it as 2k dy by dx. So that will be your result. So this is all from my side. I think you are getting this. So this is for the energy band gap determination using the post office box. So this is our post office box, where we have the resistances. This is our P, this is our Q, and this is our R. Okay, corresponding to that, so we have this resistor. So thermistor we are having. So for that we are already find out the values. Okay, so I think this is all from my side. Thank you.